When you click the link above the screencast, you'll be brought to the chi-square goodness of fit test. If you scroll down here, you'll see there's a hopper with a bunch of colored discs in it. And the null hypothesis is that all 5 colors in this hopper are represented equally, meaning that there's 20% of each color in the hopper. And that's our hypothesis. Now, to test that, what we're going to do is take a random sample and put it in the bag over here and determine the proportions of each of those colors, and then determine if there's enough evidence to say that the differences we observe are so different that the distribution of colors cannot be equal in the hopper. So what I'm going to do is change the bag count a little bit higher. We want to make sure that we have a large enough sample size. And I'm going to leave this significant level at 5%. So you're going to click down here, pour a new bag, and a random sample is selected from this population in the hopper. Okay? The frequencies of each color are given here, and then they also give the percentages below it. Now remember that our null hypothesis was that all 5 colors are represented equally, and then our alternative are that all 5 colors are not represented equally. Now, this app will calculate the chi-squared value for you. This is the chi-squared with 4 degrees of freedom, since we have 5 categories. We subtract 1 for 4 degrees of freedom. There's your chi-squared value, and then your p-value. Now, over here is your decision. Since your p-value is larger than the significant level, then we fail to reject our null hypothesis, and we say that there's insufficient evidence to support the claim that all 5 colors are not represented equally. So we're not saying that all 5 colors are represented equally. We're just saying that there's not enough evidence to say they're not represented equally. You can do this a couple times. We'll pour a new bag and take a look at those distributions, and really we want to see if what we observe is different enough from what we expected to see. And what we would expect to see would be 6 of each color. Okay? If the 20% is if 20% of each of the colors are in the hopper, then we would expect 20% of each color to be shown in the sample, which would be 6 each. Okay, so we have like a little variation here, and the question really is this due to sampling variability, or is this due to the fact that the colors are not distributed equally in the hopper? We could see here again a new chi-squared value for our sample. We have a large p-value, so again we're not going to reject HO. Make sure you tell your students not to accept the null hypothesis and incorrectly state that the colors are represented equally. Make sure that they get in the habit of saying there's just not enough evidence to say they're not represented equally. After your students play around with this app for a little bit of time, you could actually have them calculate this chi-squared value themselves using the formula and then calculating the p-value, or you can also show this on the graphing calculator and have them make decisions whether to reject or fail to reject. Then you can actually show the hopper values by clicking this yellow button here. If you look, what's in the hopper is now up here 22%, 22%, 22, 24, and then this 8%. So you can see that they're not represented equally in this case. Okay, the red is too low. All right, you can have your students play around with this. Make sure you also talk about the conditions, and I hope you enjoy using this app.